So since around 2003, when the languages of BRICS and emerging power took off, so both popular commentary and a great deal of academic debate have focused on the restructuring of power relations in the global political economy. So in this light, some scholars present different accounts of current transformation of global order. In our first reading, the Cooper et al. Are concerned with whether the emergence of the new economic power, including BRICS countries and others such as Indonesia and Mexico, has generated the profound implication for overly dichotomous South-North relations at the very beginning of 21st century. They argue that the contemporary rise of emerging power has promoted the shift from the global order based upon the historically constructed idea of divide between the global north and south toward the one and a new global order based upon the redefined three-world structure. So according to them, the first world referred to the member of OECD, and the second tier is comprised by the emerging powers, and third world referred to the heterogeneous and fragile country of the rest. From this viewpoint, while discussing similarity and differences of the interests among the emerging power, Cooper et al. Suggest that their growth experience and developmental model may pose a challenge to the philosophical and intellectual underpinning of Western idea of open market, free trade, decentralization, and the rights of individuals. They further note, if India and China continue to grow at a very high rate without dramatically changing their social and economic structures, and the rest of developing countries join them, then intellectual legitimacy or even hegemony of widely accepted Western model of neoliberalism may come to the question. On the other hand, Rabi Parak, in our third reading for today, present the rather different and a highly pessimistic view on the potential of emerging powers in constructing new global order as an alternative to the current neoliberal globalization. For him, reluctance of emerging power to challenge dominance of neoliberal global order is not surprise, since their political and economic leaders have hugely benefited from the economic deregulation and what Harvey called accumulation by dispossession, which we also discussed in the week 3. Para elaborate how accumulation by dispossession takes place through privatization of state assets and expropriation of commons in China, India, and Brazil, which has not only rapidly widened income and wealth inequality, but also led to the emergence of billionaire class. So this analysis echoes the critically articulated perception that it is more accurate to describe these BRICS countries as surging billionaires rather than emerging power, given the enormous class and income disparity in Russia, India, Latin America, and China. So building upon today's lecture, I'd like to pose following three questions for the tutorial discussion. First, does South-South cooperation means the win-win strategy for the developing country that can lead to establishment of new and more equal global orders? Second, based upon the report from the WHO, if world hunger has predominantly impacted countries in the global south, is this the problem that can be addressed through the South-South cooperations? Third, have the rises of emerging power and South-South cooperation made the idea of divide between global South and North irrelevant for our critical investigation of global inequality? So we will discuss these questions in our online tutorial. So please prepare your thought before joining your sessions. Finally, let's go back to this week's yes/no questions and think whether your answer to these questions have been changed or unchanged after going through the lecture material today. Okay, so thank you very much for going through this book for the lecture in the week 10. Have a wonderful day, stay healthy, safe, and be positive, and I see you at online tutorial. Bye.